how does someone find the right mentor?
There's a couple ways, but the ideal way to find the right mentorship is to be found.
You know, as I was getting ready to say, I was going to let you answer and say, I I wasn't looking for you, and I don't know if you were looking for me, but
It was necessary.
it happened.
Why? Because mentors, the right mentors, okay? The right mentors.
Hmm.
Hold on 1 second here. My alarm is going off.
While you do that, I'm gonna go bring us back to vibration.
Okay. But
Um,
but I want to finish this.
yep.
I want to finish that.
So I believe what brought us together was vibrational frequency. I was very clear on what I wanted to accomplish. I was taking the actions that would lead me to what I wanted to accomplish.
Hmm.
I was impeccable with my word in terms of how I spoke to myself and how I spoke to others about what I would accomplish.
Hmm.
So that I went, I remember the meeting that I went to with the intention of helping the person who was actually invited to the meeting say no. I couldn't say no
Hmm.
because I'm vibrating on a level, and that environment, which was your group at the time, matched the frequency. It was undeniable. And that's what ultimately led to me sitting in your living room. So part of, answering my own question is one way to find the right mentor or get avail to the right mentorship is you first need to fix your own vibration and thinking so that you can actually even be aligned with that person when you find them.
Okay. I'll say this here, and this may be this. When I say this, this may open up a can of worms to certain people. But you know me, I just speak the way I am, and
I
I
know
don't
you.
really care
I'm
about it.
holding my breath.
Finding a mentor is as easy as it is for a woman to find a right husband. You don't find a husband finds you.
Mhm.
I know this is not that chapter, but if I had a daughter,
Mhm.
you have a lot of women saying, it's not a lot of great men out there, it's just hard to find. Not my daughter. I don't have one, but listen, when you present yourself as a very valuable commodity,
Come on. I know where you're going.
okay, they line up
Mhm.
to make sure that you are part of their world. Every mentor has to marry their wisdom with the right person's inexperience and ability.
Mhm.
It is an innate part of me to find someone to pass on this information to. It's a part of our makeup. It's a part of my DNA that I've got to pass it on to you or to the right person. This is why you coach the few, coach the masses, mentor the few.
Correct.
But when I saw you, I'm like, no, here's a guy. Number one, his level of preparation before he got to me is already great. His skill level is not so great in this right here. His level of understanding of this industry is not so great. He thinks he understands some, but he doesn't. But the intangibles, his level of work ethic and his ability to take my wisdom, which I will not waste,
Mhm.
and multiply it in his own life, he's the perfect candidate.
Mhm.
Okay? And so I compare that and I say that because if I had a daughter, okay, it's the same thing. The submissiveness would be a major component of it.
Mhm.
Why? Because preparing her and understanding what it is to be a wife, not what it is to have a wedding
Whoa.
or to have a marriage,
Whoa.
what it is to be a wife.
Okay.
Okay? And having those qualities so profoundly exhibited, the right husband is, listen, I got to make sure before, I got to get, it's like a woman going to a shoe sale at Macy's or at Nordstrom or Neiman's, knowing they only have 2 pair of size 7.5, and she called and said there's 1 pair left. Mm-hmm. She's not stopping, she's not driving the speed limit to Nordstrom's. Why? I gotta get those shoes. And guys will be lined up to take her off the market just like that. Mm-hmm. Mentees, when you become the right mentee and you understand resourcefulness and you put yourself around the environment, you gotta remember, we're mentors for a reason.
Right.
We know how to recognize the real.
Yep. Talent scouts.
The rarest talent is the ability to recognize other talent.
Right.
And mentors know how to do that.
Right.
You know, one of my mentors, Neil Patel. I'm in a group. I had paid to go to this event, $10,000 for a 2-day event. Mm-hmm. And Neil happened to be one of the speakers. Mm-hmm. I'm there. I am showing up. I'm volunteering information. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. He pulled me to the side. You're unique. I don't have anybody in my mentorship group like you. Here are the qualifications to be a part of my mentorship group. When can I sign up? What do I need to do? Where do I need to be, and how much does it cost? Mm-hmm. So when a billionaire comes to me, he recognized this guy is going to do everything I tell him to do. There was no financial benefit in it for Neil. He was already a billionaire.
Right.
But I couldn't have gone. It would have been the wrong thing. Would you mentor me, Neil? Would you mentor me? It's no different than the woman asking the man, would you marry me? You ain't the one for him.
So really what you just described, to break it down, is if you want mentorship, you need to be mentorship ready. Mm-hmm. And that's a conscious choice that people have to make. Mentorship ready means that you are a resourceful person. You described work ethic. It doesn't mean that you need to know everything. Mm-hmm. You just need to be more than a lump of clay.
Absolutely.
Because if you're a lump of clay, you get coaching.
Right. You got to be ready for mentorship. Everybody don't qualify for mentorship.
Right.
Everybody, they don't qualify for mentorship. Coaching is enough. Mm-hmm. Coaching is enough for a lot of people. This world of mentoring, everybody, I need a mentor. No, you don't. You haven't even gone through coaching yet. Right. You don't know how to take instructions.
Right.
You don't have the wisdom yet to know that the person who potentially would be your mentor mentions the name of a book. You don't even have the sense to go out and get the book. You have to still be told you still need coaching.
Right.
The person who's ready for mentorship, the mentor whispers the name of the book and the mentee is picking it up. Hey, listen. Mm-hmm. And then coming back saying, hey, listen, about the book you mentioned 2 weeks ago, can we discuss that? I've read it, taking some notes, and I want to ask you some questions.
No, the person's ready for mentorship. The mentor says, I read in a book sometime and states something profound, and the person who's ready for mentorship says, what book was that? Right.
So, it's a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
Huge difference.
Because what is it that Albert Einstein said about your thinking? Your best thinking.
Your best thoughts have produced the results in your life. The thinking that has brought you this far has created some problems that your current thinking can't solve.
And so now you need to avail yourself of better thinking.
Yeah.
Which brings us all the way back to the beginning of our conversation. How to Think Like a Millionaire, even when you're poor or in a down state. I think we have covered
Yeah.
the hell out of that topic.
Change your environment.
Change your environment.
Change your environment, change your picture, change your frame, change your words, change your life.
That's good stuff, bro.
It's great stuff, man. Got me fired up.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Let's go do some big things.